Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Let me go and set up this room real quick and then we'll get started with our session for today. Let's see. This looks good. All right, today's Thursday, February 3rd. We got one more day until the end of the market. Let's get everything all fixed over here. Looks good. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. So all right, guys, morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, February 3rd, 6:22 right now. Market is going to open in about 8 minutes. So let me just finish setting up this room real quick, and then we can get started with our analysis for the day. All right, so let me just draw my, I'm going to start off by drawing my liquidity zones real quick, because obviously, we want to catch that big push one way or the other. Looks like there's a lot of liquidity on the top side right here, so we may get spiked to the upside. We'll have to see where retail sentiment and fundamentals are sitting, but I mean, actually, there's more on the top side, but the bottom is already triggered. So you can see all these lows right here. A lot of liquidity during London got hit, and it dropped super heavy right here. So during New York, I might do the opposite, because you can see there's a lot of liquidity on the opposite side. So should be interesting, but we'll see what happens then. So we got all the liquidity zones set up right here. Looks cool. Let me go over here to the clean chart real quick. I'm gonna do the same thing over here before we get started. Then I'll answer some questions and see what's good with everybody here. Just a reminder, once the session starts, guys, I'm not going to answer any questions. So if you guys do answer questions, it's probably going to be ignored. I'm not purposely ignoring you on purpose. I'm just, I'm waiting, because we're focusing on trading. So for when it hits 6:30 and the market opens, I'm no longer going to be looking at any questions. I'm going to try to answer whatever I have prior, but I can answer those questions at the end. So if your questions don't get answered and it seems like I'm ignoring you, I actually am, but not purposely. It's just because we need to focus on the trading. So just to clarify, because I see a lot of people who are rejoining the room and haven't been on the live for a while. So you guys might not be familiar with the format now. Before, I would answer a lot of questions, but now we're focusing on just trading. So I will get to your guys' questions eventually, but once the market is actually open, we're going to be focused on just trading. So I'll be analyzing, I'll be looking at the chat for people helping me look for entries on different time frames. But if we get any questions, it's probably going to be ignored until the end of the session, or until we're done trading for the day, which will be closer to 8 o'clock. So if you guys do have any specific questions, just make sure to sit tight till the end, or, save those questions for a mentoring session where I can answer them and help you out real time. So other than that, let me go ahead and check out the chat real quick. So let's see. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Steven. Morning, Essa. Morning, Peter. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Dijon. Dijon said, I'm trying MT5 on my laptop and I'm terrified. Yeah, I know when I first used MT4 on my computer, it was kind of scary because I didn't know how to use it, but you'll get used to it after a couple of times of using it. Morning, Maria. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Miles. Morning, Jason. Hey, Steven. Morning, Fahad. All right, guys. So let's take a look at retail sentiment right now. Retail sentiment is currently 64% short. So we're definitely going to be looking for some buys today. With the liquidity sitting on the top side like that, that's even better, because I'm ready to take these buys if it does hit liquidity. I might even take some speculative buys and just write them up. So if price comes back up and hits liquidity right here, I might just hop in and just hold on to it for a little bit. Right there, because there's liquidity sitting right here. If price hits this area and comes right back up, it's probably going to shoot up to here. So keep that in mind. Let me see where, damn, it's already hitting liquidity. It's pre-market too. I don't think I would enter it yet, but all right, so what I might do here is preset some of my stuff, maybe catch this for the push, but we'll see. There's liquidity around there. It's hitting it already. I'm not really, it's too early in the market for me to take it, so I'm not going to take it yet. If I see an entry here, then yeah, I'll probably take it, but it's going to be a bit risky just entering it as speculation right now because the market is going to open shortly. I don't like entering trades like right before like that. If I do see it spiking up though, I'll probably take a trade and just hold on to it. Morning, Rain. Morning, Kennard. Morning, Mauricio. Hey, Rick. Nice. Rick said I'm in a little 3-lot buy from 35,480. Nice. You caught it from down there. I do think price is going to push up. If I see a spike, like, you know, a bigger push to the upside, I'll probably just enter a buy and I'll probably just ride it up like as it pushes up higher. We'll see. I already got my DOM kind of preset. So if I do see a push up, I'll probably just hop in real quick. Anyways, looking at retail sentiment, it's currently 64% short. So we're definitely looking for some buys. Looking over here at the futures data. So I'm in a speculative buy, guys. I don't recommend anyone just hop into it for no reason. Took a smaller lot size. It's going to see how this pushes up because it did hit liquidity right there. So I'm going to be letting it push up and we'll see where it goes from there. I'm probably going to just keep adjusting my stop loss and profit as it pushes up higher because I do think it's going to push up to this area right there. So see what's going on over here. Morning, Akshay. Let me see what we do have a lot of news today too, so something to keep in mind as well. We do have, because it is NFP week, guys, so just keep that in mind as well. It is NFP week, so we have today's Thursday. We had some news right here at 5:30. We had unemployment news. We have ISM services at 7. We have final services PMI at 6:45. It's not like a crazy amount of news, but we do have like quite a bit of news right here. So we have final services PMI at 6:45. We have ISM services PMI at 7 as well. Factory orders, natural gas storage, and I think that's it for today. But still, you know, definitely quite a bit of news for today. So other than that, let's see. So we'll see if this pushes back up over here. You know, like I mentioned, guys, I'm in a speculative sell. So this isn't a speculative buy. I don't recommend anyone just hop into a trade for no reason. I took it with a smaller lot size. So it's not, you know, it's not really a big risk. But we'll see what happens when the market does open, because obviously we're going to get some manipulation here with price, because the market is going to open shortly in about a minute. So whether I win or lose this trade, this is just a gamble, just to see where price goes. The bias is kind of for a buy right now, so we'll see what happens. I don't know why my futures data is not reloading or loading at all. So the futures is down. It's a bit a mix right here. It's a toss up because retail sentiment is short and fundamentals are long. Looking at this right here, let's see, price is pushing up. So this would possibly be the breakout right here. If this closes as a strong green candle, this would be the breakout. I'm trying to see where it's going here. But as you guys can see, huge wick on that side right there. There has to be a little to no wick on the top side in order for it to be the breakout. So going over here to the fundamentals real quick. Fundamentals are currently down actually, or no, yeah, they are down. They're down 110 points, but retail sentiment is bullish. So I'm still looking for it to swing to the upside. So let's see where this goes down. This thing is like bouncing around a lot, back and forth. So if it does come down, I think it's going to swing back up eventually. It's just going to take some time because the retail sentiment is very short. So let's see what happens here. Damn, this market is moving pretty crazy right now. Ah, fuck, it stopped me out. So that speculative buy right there, my stop loss was too close. I probably should have moved it a little lower, but it is what it is. I took a smaller lot size, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I was in profit already. I was in profit like 2,000, 3,000. I should have just pulled out when it was up here because I got in like way down here. But it's okay. You know, like I mentioned, it was a speculative trade. This thing could have easily shot up or it could have easily shot down. This is why I don't take trades like this, but it's all good. Yeah, I should have moved my stop loss in profit, but I wasn't paying attention to it because I was looking at everything else over here. So technically this right here would, I think there's an entry here, right? Or another isn't. No, there isn't. So like I was saying earlier, guys, this is why I usually don't trade on market open because you get these big spikes. Sometimes it works out in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. It worked out in my favor previously. It did hit liquidity here. However, it didn't push up all the way to the next level because it was too high, but it did hit liquidity like, you know, it was supposed to. So I just got a little greedy there. I should have probably pulled out when it pushed up to here. However, I just held on and it pulled me out like when it pulled down to here, which is okay. I mean, it happens. And I already knew the risk going into this sort of trade because we already know it's going to be risky. So with that said, we'll be looking for some actual entries here. Technically, this would have been the breakout, guys. So Steven, I'm not sure if you were following this. I wasn't paying attention, but this would have been the breakout over here for a sell. But I probably wouldn't have taken it because the retail sentiment was so on the short side. So I was kind of sold on taking a buy here. So this right here would have technically been the breakout, Steven, because this is a red momentum. It's a strong red candle. So with that said, this here would have been the breakout. Looks like it's still running, but I don't think I'm going to hop into it. It's kind of a huge candle right there. Yeah, and I wouldn't take any sells, guys, because the retail sentiment is so short. It's going to swing back up. It's just going to be a matter of time. It's going to swing right back up. So I wouldn't chase this, or I wouldn't hop into this, because if you guys hop into this, it's probably gonna swing all the way back up. And it did. See this big wick right here? It's just too risky. So yeah, guys, with that said, yeah, and we'll wait and we'll see if there's any other entries here, but there's no entries, you know, obviously available right now. There's going to be a lot of liquidity on the top side though. So I will definitely be looking for the swing back up, and this is fine. And there you go, the full TP right there for the breakout, for whoever caught the breakout. If you guys aren't familiar with the breakout, go back and rewatch the strategy. Basically, we're just looking for the direction of momentum. So market open right here at 6:30. After market open right here. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna close that. So we were waiting for the market to open, which would be right here at 6:30. After market is open, you're looking for the direction momentum. So right here we have a sell signal, and you're also looking for a strong candle in that direction. This was a sell signal with a strong red candle. So with that said, this would have been the breakout. I know you don't necessarily have to use fundamentals or retail sentiment as your bias. It is optional, but it does help with determining, you know, your probability of the trade. So with this being short, I probably wouldn't have taken this as the breakout, but this would have technically been the breakout if you were just applying the strategy, you know, on its own. It's nice. Okay, cool. Scroll up real quick. Nice. Steven said I entered a little late for the breakout, but still made my profit. Nice, nice. Great work, Steven. So, if you guys know Steven in the group, Steven's like one of the older members here in K2. This is the only trade he takes every day. He takes the breakout. He's taken the breakout, I think, almost every day this week and has won. So great work right there, Steven. Yes, the red candle right here has no wick, has literally no wick. So that would have been the strong candle that you were looking for. Also, you're looking for momentum. That was the sell momentum right there as well. So those are pretty much the only requirements you guys need. You don't need anything else. You're just looking for the direction of momentum, and you're looking for a strong candle in that direction. If it happens within the first 5 minutes of market open, then that would have been your breakout entry. So great work right there, Steven, catching that. There's a V3 right here, but this candle is just too big. It's like Maddie said. Maddie, does that have the div on it? Okay, no div. So I probably wouldn't take that trade there. This candle here is just too big, guys, so I wouldn't have taken this right here. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Maddie, for the confirmation. So no div on there. I'm not going to be taking that trade. But let's take a look at these other time frames. So we got the 5 minute over here. Yeah, 5 minute over here, no entry. 10 minute over here, no entry as well. So we're looking for a buy here. We're also looking for a buy here. We're looking for a red low and a buy to come, basically. So pretty much on all of these timeframes over here, we're waiting for price to swing back up, which is probably going to happen eventually. It's just going to be a matter of time until it does. But so we got this right here. Price is still dropping. I'll check the fundamentals real quick. Seems like a lot of you guys mentioned there's like one stock that was kind of just carrying it down. I think earnings were released recently. I know Facebook earnings were released recently and caused a big push. I know Facebook's not in the US 30, but it did affect the NASDAQ. So let's see. So we got the snipe right here. There's no snipe. Here's the daily from yesterday, guys. Hit full TP. Really nice. If you guys are patient, I know this daily came up like kind of late. Not really that late, but it did come up kind of late. But it did hit full TP. So for you guys who did catch that, great work. Everything is kind of lined up with that buy there. Going over here to the 1 minute, let me just mark this up right here. This is low for the day. Same with this right here. There's a low for the day. There's a high for the day. As you guys can see, there's a ton of liquidity on the top side. So, oh fuck, I missed it. Did you take that, Maddie? Damn, I totally missed that trade right there. I wasn't even paying attention. It went too fast. But yeah, that was a V3 right there. I don't know if anyone caught it. I totally missed it. It shot up. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was on the 1 minute. 3 minute over here. There's another one. Talanji said he's holding it until a 3 minute confluence right here. So nice work, Talanji. This is kind of a big candle though. Let's see, this candle's closing in about a minute. See if there's a dip on there. There is a div on there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this too. I have to lower my lot size a little bit. Damn, this thing's it's a really big candle though. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna take it. It's too big. It's way too big. Yeah. If it pulls back a little bit, I'll probably take it. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna hold off. But yeah, this would probably be a good 3-minute entry. It's just too risky because it's gonna hit the sessions. It's also going to it's too big of a candle. Nice Solange, smart move. Solange just moved to stop loss and profit. Yeah, see the 3-minute right here. It's just kind of it's just yeah. Thanks, D. D also confirmed there's news coming up at 6:45, so we got to be a bit careful. I'm not going to take this here, guys. It's too risky right here. There's news coming up, and then also this candle is just way too big. So I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take it myself because the last thing I want to happen is price bounce off this session, screws me over. Yeah, it's just too big of a candle. If it pulls back a little bit, maybe I'll get in for a discount, but yeah, I kind of wish I hopped into it for a little bit, but it's okay. I'm not going to hop into it, guys. There's news coming up right now at 6:45, so it's too risky of an entry. Plus, it's right at the sessions too. So I'm gonna hold off on this for now. Here, I'll put an alert right here though for the people who do take it. Just swing back up. It's a big push, 750 pips. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, but news is coming up shortly, guys. So I'm not going to take it. I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take it. Obviously, let's see if there's anything else here. All right, so it looks like there's another area of liquidity right there. Another one. All right. So let's see what happens here. As you can see, I'm really glad we didn't take that trade. So guys, the reason why we didn't take this trade, one of the main reasons is that this candle was too big. Our cap is like at about 750 pips. This is pretty close. Also is at the sessions right here. Also, we have news coming up at 6:45. So a lot of red flags right there. A lot of reasons why we wouldn't take this trade. Price might swing back up and hit TP, but it's okay because I'm not going to hop into it. It's just way too risky of an entry. If we see something here on the 1 minute, then possibly, yeah, I'll hop into it. But at the moment, no, because we have news coming up shortly. So we got news coming up in about a minute. We got news right here, final services PMI, and then at 7 we have ISM services. So we got news back to back right here. It's going to be kind of difficult to enter anything because we do have quite a bit of news coming up. Yeah, Solange said just like yesterday, we got a 3-minute daily on the breakout today, and it hit. Second 3-minute daily hit stop loss yesterday. Just something to note. Yeah, no, it's definitely something to keep in mind. Rick said someone is going to come on like tomorrow and cry, why did this hit? Why didn't this one hit? Yeah, guys. So, one thing that you guys have to keep in mind is if I tell you guys it's risky, it's risky for a reason. And if I'm not entering it, it's usually probably going to be, it's probably not going to be a good trade, especially when we have reasons for it, right? The reason for us not taking the 3-minute earlier was that there's news coming up. The news just came up right now, actually. That's what it looks like. There's news. It was at the sessions and the candle was just too big. I know a lot of people get greedy. Sometimes they see huge candles like that and they want to hop in because they think that, like this is their one trade to bring him back to life or for whatever. And for that mindset, you know, that's a gambling mindset, guys. If you guys are trying to bet on one trade to bring back your account or to pass your FTMO, that's a gambling mindset. You want to be consistent. You want to be consistently winning, consistent profits, so that you can be better off with your probability of winning. So, you know, that's what I always tell people. Like, you never want to like put all your eggs in one basket, right? You want to spread them along the way. So you can have like X amount of losses and have X amount of wins and still pass your FTMO or bring your account back if you're in a hole. So just something to keep in mind, because I don't like, I hate when the worst part is when you see someone that's like really close to passing their FTMO or getting out of the hole that they're in, and then they end up losing it all because they just go all crazy off one trade when they could have just used proper lot sizing and you know, slowly made their way back, but with higher confidence, of course. All right, so let's see what we got over here. All right, so there's still no entries here, guys. I'm still not looking for any trades because news is coming up again at 7. So that's why you guys want to be very careful with the news. The news at 6:45 wasn't really high impact. It was a yellow folder, so it's not really, I didn't expect it to affect the market very much. The next news event is going to be a red folder, so it's high impact. It's ISM services PMI. I think this will definitely affect the market one way or another. Let's take a look at the fundamentals real quick. Fundamentals are down super heavy. They're down 288 points. Yeah, the market is super red right now. So although we're waiting for price to swing back up, it's probably going to take a while. But you know, the thing is, the market's not going to drop forever. It's going to drop for a bit. This is probably increasing more. You can see it's at 64%. It's probably going to be at like 65 or 66. Actually, it's at 62. That's crazy. Looks like people are actually pulling out. So it seems like a lot of retail traders here are actually anticipating the market to swing back up. So they're switching from their sells to now buys, because it was at 64%. Now it's at 62. This means that a lot of retail traders have switched from sells to buys, because you know, they're probably anticipating the same thing that we are. They're probably trying to catch the dip. See where we're at right now. Well, you wouldn't switch from, so Solange's asking, meaning we switch from buys to sells. No, you wouldn't, because it's at 62%. If it's 62% long, then yeah, you would switch. But you're not going to switch just because it's getting a little smaller, because it's still majority traders are on the sell side. So you don't just switch just because it's like moving a little bit. You got to switch when it changes to the opposite, which is probably not going to happen today. It's probably going to sit around this area. Seems like a lot of these sellers are just going to hold on. Like, there's going to be some people who just hold on to these trades for a while, which, you know, makes sense. It does make sense why people hold on to it, because they think it's going to keep dropping, but it's not necessarily going to keep dropping forever. So looking at this right here, possible 1 minute entry. Let's see if we got a div on that. Yeah, so I'll probably take this right here. Or not, if it closes, maybe. No, so no entry off that. We needed a green candle right there. Oh, actually, and there's news coming up. Thanks, Patricia. So there's news coming up right now. I keep forgetting that there's news coming up. So even if we get an entry right here, guys, I'm not going to take it, because we do have news coming up shortly. Yeah, we got news at 7. It's high impact. Yeah, I mean, either way, there wasn't an entry there. So that thing tricked us good, huh? It looked like it was going to come up, but it didn't. Let's move this lower. All right, so we got this down here. All right, so that's it right now. There's not really much going on in the market currently. There's just news coming up at 7. Once the news happens at 7, we can probably take it. Whatever entry that comes up. There might be one here on the 3-minute actually. The only problem is that the news is going to be coming up shortly. Yeah, it's bouncing right off the sessions, just like Matt said. So, I mean, this would technically be a good entry. However, the news is coming up shortly, so it's going to be too risky. And again, it's another big candle. So like I mentioned earlier, guys, the reason why we didn't take the other trade over here is because the candle was so big, right? Again, right here, this candle it's going to be past the threshold, which is 750 pips. It's just too big of a candle. You don't want to get caught in like that big of a drawdown, right? Because it's going to be a big push. All right, going over to the 5-minute. There's actually a 5-minute entry right here too. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, it's not, because this would have to be a red candle. So there's technically one here off the 3. It's not one that I would necessarily take because you guys saw exactly what happened to this 3-minute over here, right? It's probably gonna happen again. So yeah, there's not really much of anything to take at the moment. There's a clean chart. There's still a lot of liquidity sitting up top though. So with this right here, this might be a big push later as as we reach like the mid-market reversal. So it's getting a little smaller. So it's looking it's looking a little better. Maddie, are you thinking about taking it? The news is coming up in 7 minutes. I don't know if there's enough time. Yeah, the news is coming up at 7. So it's and there's no I mean, there's probably not gonna be an entry. It just came right back down. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Rick said in all the news has been bad. So let's see. Yeah, so for the news this morning, there was, well, the unemployment claims was actually positive. Everything else was kind of negative though. So prelim non-farm negative, prelim unit labor negative. And we'll see what the ISM looks like. This will usually give you a hint of what's going to happen on NFP. If like a lot of this stuff is negative, it's probably going to, it's going to point that on Friday price is going to drop further. But the thing with this right here, unemployment claims were actually green. So tomorrow price might actually push back up. So we'll see. But anyways, no entry here off the 3-minute. It just keeps dropping lower and lower. The problem with it getting lower and lower is that it's getting next to the sessions again right here. Yeah, so no entries right now, guys. Price is still dropping. We'll see what happens with the news picks up. Madri said there was a V2 and V1 sell. What time frame was it, Madri? I don't see it on here. Might have been on a different time frame because I don't see anything here on the 1-minute. I also don't see anything on the 3-minute. It might be on the 5. That's what you're referring to. Actually, I don't see anything here on the 5 either. But yeah, I'm glad. Just like Barack said right here, Barack said, I like how in K2 we all have set strategies and everyone is watching out for rules. It's so nice to be in such a place. Yeah, no, exactly, guys. So we're all helping each other out, look for entries here. We're all confirming. We're all looking for different things. Because obviously the more confluences that we have, the better the trade will be, right? We haven't taken any trades this morning yet. Obviously, the market's been pretty crazy right here. So there hasn't been nothing for us to take. You also had a lot of news this morning. News is going to come up at 7 in the next 5 minutes. When the news passes, we can start looking for some possibly good entries. Hopefully, I mean, that's the plan, but I mean, you never really know what the market gives you, right? You kind of have to just play around with it and go along with how the movement continues to play out. So. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Edgery. Yeah. So like, yeah, this one right here. Yeah, this would have been I don't think there's one here. But yeah, and I could kind of see where you're saying. There was a buy right here actually though. So there was a buy right here. It was a low red candle, green candle following it, full TP. But nothing here for any sells just yet. Yeah, there's a V3 right here, guys, but like Fahad said, it's right at the sessions, and also we have news coming up. So looks like right here, if whoever caught this right here would have hit your full TP. Yeah, full TP off that. The news is coming up in about 4 minutes though, so I'm not looking to take anything yet. But just to show you guys, this is one that Fahad just identified. Full TP right there. Yeah, like what Maddie said. Maddie said it had a div, but it was at the session. So I wouldn't have taken it even though, but you guys can see that the strategies here are still working fine. Even though fundamentals are so strong for a red, I mean, for a sell, you can see that the strategy still works perfectly fine here. Going against the fundamentals here, it still hit TP. So it would have been a quick move for whoever caught it. But, as I mentioned, we're trying to be as conservative as possible, especially right now. It's NFP and there's news coming up shortly. So yeah, you guys definitely want to be aware and be careful. Just don't take anything that's too risky. I feel like that's a problem with a lot of people, right? A lot of people, as it doesn't matter how much I try to warn you guys not to take risky trades or like make sure that all the requirements are met. Greed always comes into play. So definitely something to be aware of. Madri, so the 5 minute will probably have a V3 at news. Yeah, I could see that, Madri. So the 5 minutes going to close right here. Yeah, it's going to close in about a minute when news comes out. So when this candle right here closes, it's actually going to close on news because news happens on the next candle, which I mean is unfortunate because this looks like it could be a really good trade. Let's see what yeah, I know it's going to happen right at news. If it closes green, let's see if there's a div on there. And there's a div on there, man. It's a really good trade right here. Yeah, nothing on the green on the 3 minute right here. This low right here would have to be a red candle. So it was close, but it looks like it pushed up last second. So you're spot on with that too, Madri. It's just it was just probably pushed up at the last second. So this is going to close here in about 50 seconds. I really wish that it didn't have that because then we could hop into it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll hop in for like a late entry if it hasn't hit TP yet. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to risk it because I don't want news to come out and it spikes down and hits me and it kicks me out. Like that's like the worst. Let's see. Talanji, the indicator that we're using for div is a private indicator. It's one that one of the K2 members created, Kyle. So it's not one that you can find in the public library. Did my FT1, I mean, did my trading view just freeze? It looked like it just froze. I can't. That's weird. All right, so damn, there goes the entry right there. Let me check the news real quick. It was positive. I don't want to FOMO into it. No, I don't think I'm going to. I'll take it for a smaller lot size. I just stick with the small lot size, guys. Let me see if I can move my TP a little closer. All right. Move my stop loss in profit. All right, so move my stop loss in profit. We'll see where it goes from here. I don't recommend you guys hop into anything like that though, unless you guys are like 100% positive, of the trade. I think I have to adjust my TP though. It's kind of too far out. What time frame is this on? Actually, no, it looks right. On a 5 minute. It's probably going to stop me out in profit. If it does, it is. If it doesn't, hold on to it. But it looks like it's probably going to stop me out in profit. Let me see what everyone else is doing. Let me check the other time frames over here real quick. See what's going on over here on the 1 or the 3. Nothing on the 3. Yeah, it's about to hit TP. Let's see. It's gonna close out. Fuck that. Okay, I wasn't trying to play around with that. It was at TP and it didn't trigger it for whatever reason. My spread's probably too wide. So there goes the 5 minute right here. Did anyone else catch that? Let's see. Yeah, looks like a lot of you guys did catch it. I had to pull out because they didn't pull for whatever reason. I think my spread's too wide. Nice. So Maddie caught it. King caught it. Looks like a lot of you guys caught it here. Nick caught it. He took it both times. Made 200 off it. Nice. John caught it too. So a lot of you guys here actually caught it. Rav caught it too. Okay, so I'll just give you guys an update here so that you guys can make sure that you close it out because it did hit TP. It didn't trigger mine, so I had to close out for a partial profit. But I mean, it's okay. I only made like 700 off that. I was supposed to make 1,500, I think, but it's all right. I think this is a V3. Henry said, you had mentioned not to take the trade, like I did. Like, don't take it when you're FOMOing into the trade. I'm saying like other people here caught it, Henry. So, I mean, you control your own account. So if you feel, if you feel that you should take the trade or not, you would take it. A lot of people here felt the need to take the trade. So that's why they caught it. Just like I mentioned before, guys, like this is all up to you guys. If I say it's risky, then it's probably gonna be risky. If I hop into it and I say it's risky, I'm accepting the risk, but it's just up to you if you wanted to take it or not. Yeah, Henry said I get confused when you say to take a trade or not. I mean, there should be no confusion because I literally say whether you take it or not. And I said it was too risky. So it wasn't necessarily one that I said to take because there was reasons why it was risky. It was right at news. But it was just like the trade I took earlier this morning, right? I said not to take it as a speculative trade. Same with this one as a FOMO trade in. So I don't, is there any, no, definitely. Yeah. So Henry said, yeah, I'm fine with the suggestion. I'm patient. Yeah. And it's better to be patient because like this trade here could have easily went the other way. It was right at the sessions. There's a lot of red flags here. Why not to take it? It was at the sessions and then it was also at news. So it was a risky trade. I did think it was going to come up because everything was pointing towards a good trade. The main reason why I didn't want to take it was the fact that it came up at news. Kip said, when I make bad decisions, I blame Sean. When I do well, I blame Kyle. Right. But yeah, no, I'm just saying that like a lot of people here did take it. Yeah. Professor said didn't take due to news, but looking for 3 minute and 10 minute dailies for buys. Yeah, so I mean that trade was risky, guys. So for whoever did catch it, great work. If you guys didn't, it's okay. Catch the next one. It's after 7 now. I think all the news is gone, so we can start looking for some like more solid trades at this moment because there's nothing else going on. I mean, there's natural gas storage at 7:30. I don't think it's going to affect the market very much. So I think we're pretty much out in the clear. If we see any other entries here, we'll take them. But yeah, I mean, it just depends. Sometimes, and this is the reason why I don't like Rick and a lot of people always tell me to just, take trades when I see him and not care what people say. But the problem is a lot of people get confused, just like Henry here, right? Henry got confused because he was like, do I take the trade? Do I don't take the trade? This is why it's important that you guys understand what you guys are doing here so that you guys can make your own decision whether you want to take the trade or not. I'll give you guys as much advice as possible with regard to how risky the trade is. And if I think I'd be taking it or not. But ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, it's going to be up to you. I'm not here to hold your hand and tell you exactly what to do. I'm here to give you, the pros and cons of each trade, and you guys can take it whether you feel comfortable with it or not. If you don't feel comfortable, then don't take it. If you do, then take it. It just really depends on the person. So, just want to give you guys a heads up for your own knowledge, whether you are really understanding, the strategies and whatnot. Because the thing is, guys, if you guys don't understand the strategies, you're probably not going to feel comfortable with any of the positions. So if you don't feel comfortable with it, the best thing you can do is to go back and practice and review the strategies to make sure that they're, entries that you would possibly take. So other than that, guys, back to our analysis here. Nothing off the 3-minute right here. Nothing off the 1 minute over here. Let's see, Maddie said 1 minute is a bunch of order blocks and consolidating, waiting for it to break out of this. Yeah, no, I'll probably wait for it too. There's still a lot of liquidity on the top side, guys. So something to keep in mind is that, I mean, it might not happen right now, but it'll probably happen eventually, or it'll push all the way through up. So I think Maddie said there's a lot of order blocks around this area. So if it does break through, if it reaches like this area up here, then I'm expecting it to push up even higher. So let's see. It's like there's a lot of stuff going on over here. Yeah, so some people said there's a 10-minute V3 that's building up right here. Yeah, you're right, Professor. So there is a 10-minute V3 right here. It's going to be around that right there. So if this closes right here, then I will probably take it because the 10-minute does hit pretty solid. And there's a div there too. So this candle is going to close in about 50 seconds. We'll see if it closes green, then maybe we'll hop into it. If not, then see this real quick. All right, solid. See if there's anything else right here. All right, this candle is about to close shortly. All right, so I'm taking this right here on the 10-minute. So let's see. Trying to see where this is at, 64. For this one though, guys, when it moves in profit, I'm probably going to be moving stop loss in profit because it is a bigger move, 640 pips. So I'll have to be following it on here. See if there's anything else over here on the 5. Nothing on the 5, nothing on the 3, nothing on the 1. Looks like volatility kind of died down a bit. All right, here goes the, it seems like my MT4 is frozen. Let's see where I'm currently at. First this. Yeah, so this 10-minute move is, it's definitely like a bigger move. So you guys want to be a bit careful with entry here. So if it does push up in profit, I will be moving my stop loss in profit. You know, if it pushes up decent enough, I'll just move my stop loss like above break even so I can guarantee some profits. But the 10-minute, it's going to take longer for it to really make its move because, I mean, obviously it's a bigger candle. It's like 10 1-minute candles. So yeah, and if you guys want to wait for an entry on the shorter time frames, you guys can do that too, because it's probably going to happen. You know, a lot of these entries here, they end up being a confluence for the other time frames. So there you go. As price pushes up, there you go. It's in profit. I'm gonna move my stop loss in profit right here, or not yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit. It's too early. Damn, the volatility just like died down completely. Scroll up real quick, see if I missed anything. All right, so like Maddie said earlier, there's a lot of order blocks around the area, so it makes it a little bit risky. But the next time it pushes up, I'm gonna move my stop loss in profit. It's just nice. Jay said, ain't gonna lie, took it for a small profit, just 1K. Yeah, no, it's the market volatility kind of died down and it is risky on the higher time frame because I mean, unless you set and forget it, right? Then it'll make sense. Let me see. 10 real quick. There was a div on there. See if there's any order blocks around the area. There's no order block on the bottom side, but I think if it pushes up higher, there'll be an order block that comes up on the bottom side there. Looking over here at the 5-minute, let me check real quick. No div there specifically, but let's see, no order block there either. So I'm moving my stop loss in profit now, guys. It's pushing up right there. Let's see. Yeah, move my stop loss in profit right there. So I'm currently in profit about 1,000, about 2,000. Move my stop loss pretty decently in profit. My stop loss is now currently, yeah, it's sitting nice. So whatever it hits, you know, I'm gonna keep moving my TP up. I'm gonna keep riding this thing up higher. So I didn't set a TP. I'm just gonna keep riding it up higher because it hit liquidity right there. I'll just keep trailing this one. This is what I like about the higher time frames. You can kind of just trail it. And I'm just, every time you guys hear the click, I'm moving my stop loss higher because it technically hit the TP already. But I'm just going to keep riding this further and further up. So I'm in profit about over 2,000 right now. There you go. It's keep pushing higher because it hit liquidity right here. It's probably going to push up to this next level. So there we go. I'm in profit about 3,000 now. Man, this thing's gonna, if this thing keeps pushing up higher, it's probably gonna go to the freaking moon over there. So I'm going to keep pushing it. I'm just gonna set my CP even. I'm gonna keep trailing it with my stop loss, but I'm going to move my stop loss a little. I mean my TP a bit higher. So that's my TP. I just moved it higher. I'm but yeah, I'll just keep trailing it. Currently trailing it right now in profit, well over 2,000. So stop loss is in profit right now. So no longer any risk. My stop loss is like around this area right here, or a little higher, around there. So, I mean, whatever happens, happens. But I'm probably gonna let it, or try to let it go a little higher. 10 minutes still running right there. So yeah, if you guys are in this position, guys, I do recommend you move your stop loss in profit. Don't get too greedy here. At least move it to break even if you really wanted to or you needed to. But we'll see where it goes from here. There's nothing on the 5 minute, nothing on the 1 minute. I'm just looking for another possible entry here to like let it continue ride, right? Because it might keep pushing up, or it might, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen next. Yeah, so guys, don't get greedy, okay? I'm trying to tell you guys here, if you guys are in this position, move your stop loss in profit. I do feel that you guys should move your stop loss in profit. You know, it's fine if you move to like break even, you're fine because you have a lot of space here, or even slightly above it. Like if you just move it somewhere on this area, you're fine. I just want to make sure that you guys are protecting your position because this is it's a bigger move, and there's no other confluences on the shorter time frames. I'm still currently in it right now, and it looks like it's gonna kick me out. Not yet. It got really close to my stop loss and profit, and then it pushed right back up. Yeah, so that's going back up right now. It did hit my I mean, it didn't hit my stop loss and profit. I'm still in it, but I'm hoping this liquidity just pushes it right back up, and hopefully this thing goes to the freaking moon. So there you go. I'm back, and it's pushing up even higher. Talanji said 30-minute V3. Let me find out. So Talanji's looking on the 30-minute. Here, let me check that real quick. Let's see if we got some V3s over here on the 1 hour. Bro, there's a 1 hour V3. Check this out. Damn, that's crazy. Imagine if this V3 here hits. That thing's gonna go crazy. Look at the V3 right here on the 1 hour. This thing is such a huge move. V3 right here on the 1 hour. Yeah, that's a huge move right there. So if you took the V3 on the 1 hour, that's like, damn, 130 right there, 1,300 pips. Full TP. That's crazy. Look at that. Damn. So I mean, I guess you could apply this on the higher time frames. I haven't looked at it myself, but yeah, I don't know. That's a crazy move. I wouldn't do it though on the higher time frames. It's just too there's just, I mean, it's just too big of a move. I don't like US 30 is one of the assets that I don't like to hold on to very long. I'll hold on to like FOREX and stuff because that stuff moves slow, but this stuff moves like way too fast sometimes. Like again, right here, I mean, it looks like it hits because I mean, a lot of these here hit. Yeah, I mean, but anyways, going back to my intro, my trade over here, my trade is still running. My stop loss is still in profit. I'm not going to move it. I'm just going to leave it where it is. And then I'll just let it do what it needs to do. I'm going to set an alert here though, so I know. Oh, full TP. Oh yeah, I'm moving my stop loss even higher. Okay, I'm still riding it. So stop loss is moved up higher. If it hits me out, whatever. If it keeps pushing up, keep going. All right. His number was off. It's supposed to be 65. Okay, so I'm still in the position right now. I'm up 3,000. Why don't let me know? No. Stop loss is too close. It's okay. So it pulled me out right there. I was in profit like 3,600. I pulled me out at 2,700. So it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. But anyways, let me give you guys a little update right here. This was a trade that we did, actually take officially, that I told you guys had a lot of opportunity to enter it. So hopefully that didn't confuse. So Henry, if you're still in here, was that clear enough for you? Because I just want to make sure that, if you have a confusion with it, other people probably have confusion too. So I want to make sure that you're good. If it's still confusing for you, maybe I can make some changes, but I think everyone got in on that one pretty solid. 650 pips. That was a pretty nice move. It's actually on the 10-minute. And that's crazy, huh? That's pretty solid how like moves like this play out on the higher time frames. I thought trading on the higher time frame would make me like a little more confident about the trade, but it actually was like a little more uneasy because it's such a big move. Nice. Yeah, Patricia said, nice job, Sean. Didn't have the guts to do that with a large stop loss. Talanji said, yeah, I didn't have the guts for the drawdown, but well done, guys. Yeah, I actually lowered my lot size. So for that trade there, I only took a 5 lot. So that's why it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I only took with a 5 lot. So it wasn't too bad. The risk. I mean, I was going to some drawdown because it pulled down like slightly right here, but it wasn't very much. It was like maybe $1,000, $1,000 drawdown, or maybe $2,000 drawdown. But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a great trade, hit CP. So pretty solid right there. I'll take a screenshot of my profits. I'm just gonna send you guys the stuff that like was like basically official, because I don't want people to necessarily complain about my trades. It's just, the thing with this stuff, guys, is that it just gets really annoying when people complain about me posting profits, or wait, what the heck? That's so weird that my Hugo's away. Looks like he missed one of the trades, but it's all good. Let me just put this over here. Actually, let me keep looking for trades here, guys, real quick before I send my profits in. So I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Nothing there off the 5, nothing off the 3. I mean, technically there's one here off the 3, but I don't know if I would take it. It's too big of a candle. It's also going towards the, yeah, it's way too big. And it's also going towards the sessions right there. So I wouldn't take that trade there personally. There's one right here off the 1 minute that I missed as well. So there's one that was right here. I don't know if anyone caught it. I didn't catch it because I think I was still in 10-minute at that time. So I wasn't really looking for anything opposite of what I was trading. But yeah, if you guys took that 1 minute right there, full TP off that there. Kenny said, dumbass is speaking. Are you talking about Biden? I don't know what you mean by dumbass. Let me check real quick. I'm on YouTube real quick. Biden live. Yeah. So Kenny was talking about Biden because Biden said dumbass is speaking. I wasn't sure if he was talking about a person in the group or Biden. Biden is speaking right now, guys. So be a little careful. He's talking. So Biden delivers remarks on U.S. military raid in Syria. This is going to affect the market. Maybe this is why price is dropping so much, because the U.S. is sticking their nose in all this stuff again. Damn it, where might my thing go? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So I didn't even know there was a raid today. Was there a raid? Oh no, this is old. This happened a long time ago. Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if this just happened now or if this happened before. It said President Biden delivers remarks on U.S. military raid that killed ISIS leader Abu Abraham al-Hashimi Oh, yeah, but I don't know if this is just, if this just happened or, yeah, I mean, okay. Let me just click on it real quick. Flowers.com, keep forgetting Valentine's Day is around the corner.
The Syrian Democratic Forces, the Iraqi security forces, including the Kurdish Peshmerga, and
Man, I can't stand this guy. I mean, I'm not political at all, but whenever I hear Biden talk, it's just like, man, it's kind of annoying. Anyways, whatever. Biden can say whatever he wants. I'm gonna go and take a screenshot of my profits. So let me just take a screenshot of this stuff real quick. Because I mean, I guess since Biden is speaking, we're probably not going to take any trades for a while. Just had to kill our vibe for today. I was ready to take more trades. I was like, man, that was a cool 10-minute, and I was ready to take more, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, like I said earlier, guys, for some reason my Hugo's way. Looks like it missed one of the trades. I'm only going to screenshot the trades that I took that were like stuff that we took here on the live that were applying the strategies, guys, not any of the speculative trades, because whenever I post speculative trades, or if I post trades from Asia session, I always get like, man, it's like I get hate mail. It's like a ton of people DM me and are like, oh, you should go live like 24 hours a day, or you shouldn't be posting profits that you didn't take with us on the live. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm just gonna post the stuff from the live that you guys saw me take, and there was analysis and stuff like that, right? I'm not going to post any speculative profits or anything taken during Asia, because I just don't want to have to deal with people complaining. And it's usually just it's a small group of people that do that, but whatever. All right, so let me just post my profits here real quick off that one trade. I just won't post my Hugo's way because I can't cut the other thing out. I'll just post the stuff from my MFF and my FTMO. So these are the two trades. Like I mentioned earlier, guys, the first trade is not going to count. That's the thing that I talked about with Henry. I was going to post up the chart, but you know, Henry was confused whether it was an official trade or not. This is what I made off that right there. So here's my MFF. I made 2,700 off that trade, and then 770 off the scalp earlier. This wasn't official. This is official. This one wasn't. I just want to be as transparent with you guys as possible. Again, right here, same thing with my other MFF. This is the trade that I just took on the 10-minute. This was the unofficial one that I took, the one where I kind of entered late for the FOMO. I mean, technically it was an official trade because it happened, but I'm not going to count that just for the sake of being transparent with you guys. Again, right here, this is my FTMO copier. I made 2,717 off this, and then there's the speculative trade as well. And then again, right here, this is my my main account. You can see the red strip right here because it hit my stop loss in profit, which I made 2,700 as well. So great profits for that right there, guys. Thanks, Patricia. Looks like there's going to be an entry right here off the 1 minute. However, it's going to be too risky because Biden is speaking. I'm not going to take it. I'll mark it up for you guys if you guys want to take it. But personally, I'm not going to be taking it myself. I'm just not trying to risk it with Biden on the mic right now. Oh, did he finish speaking? Okay, perfect. We also have news coming up at 7:30, so I'm going to hold off on this one right here, guys. But thanks, Peter, for mentioning that. I'm not in this position, guys, so it's FYI, not in it. There's news coming up right now in about a minute. All right, yeah, so Biden's done. Thanks for I forgot who gave us the heads up that Biden was speaking, and thanks, Peter, for letting us know that it's over. So, all right, Biden's done speaking, and I'm glad I didn't take the trade right here. Just like I mentioned, news came up right here at 7:30, so that's why I wouldn't have wanted to have taken that trade there. Let's check the news real quick. Let me refresh it. So news came up right here from natural gas storage. It was, you know, a lot of people don't think this affects the market, but it does because there are gas stocks within the US 30. So, or stuff that are related to it. So it's negative news right here. We'll see how the market reacts to it. Looks like the market's doing the opposite. Negative news, but still pushing to the upside. But yeah, other than that, let me see. Trade profits. 2 live sessions so far. All right, cool. Hey, Cecil, I got something funny to tell you later. I'll tell you in a little bit. Let me just post this right here real quick. Let me Randy said, "Hey, no secrets, tell me too." Yeah, a little inside joke. Let's see. Orion said a 1 minute. So technically, yeah, another 1 minute coming up right here. Let's see. Is there a div on this, guys? Let me see. Maddie, are you looking at this? No div. Okay, so I don't know if I would take this right here. The reason why I'm not looking to take any sells right now, guys, is because we're waiting for that reversal, right? We're expecting price to come right back up. So I'm kind of going to be wary about taking any sells right now, because you can see price is starting to swing its way up right here. So I'm definitely not looking to take any sells at the moment with this. Because, you know, obviously you guys can see here, it looks pretty obvious that price started to make a reversal back to the upside. Also, you know, going back to the retail sentiment over here, let's see where this is at. 58% short. Looking at the fundamentals real quick. Fundamentals are now dropping. It's 250 points in the red. It's still red, but it's not as bad. There's really like only 2 stocks here, like one stock that's really dropping it. It's Honeywell and Salesforce. I don't know if earnings came out for Honeywell, but you know, that's kind of what it's looking like. I mean, this is, if this starts to lessen up, like it's not so down, it's probably gonna swing back. You know, it's gonna move it back to the green side. Because the thing is, if you just match these right here, then it'll be like a normal number. It'll be like 100 or less than 100. The main thing that's holding it down right now is gonna be Honeywell, because it's down so heavily. I mean, not to say that this trade's not going to hit. I'm just saying it's risky. So that's why I'm not taking it. If you guys want to take it, you know, take it at your own risk. But I'm not going to take it personally. So if I don't feel comfortable with it, you know, it's probably not going to feel comfortable for a lot of other people either. Yeah, guys. So some people are asking what div stands for. Div is divergence. There's different ways of identifying it. Some people use RSI, some people use moving averages, some people use, there's a lot of different ways to do it. So the way that we use it, I think there's like a multiple confluence. It's not just one indicator used to identify divergence. It's like the RSI. It's also like the MACD, I think, or there's like a lot of different indicators that you can use to identify divergence. Me personally, I used to use RSI a long time ago, and the MACD. Those are like the 2 main ones I would use to identify divergence. It's basically when price is shifting, you know, shifting from a swing up to a swing down, or a buy to a sell, depending on how you guys identify it. But yeah, if you look on YouTube, there's a lot of different videos to do it. Yeah, Rick said that reversal hasn't been happening this week, so it's due. I agree. No, I definitely agree too. I think it's going to come back up eventually. Oh, I know, right? Kip is like, hey, you didn't give the horns for the daily. You know, we're going to have to say that for the next one. Let's see if we have anything here. Nothing off the 5, nothing off the 10. And this 10 here was a nice entry though. This like brought me back, because I was like, man, I was kind of waiting for something good to happen. This is like one of the really good trades that came up today. So that was pretty solid. Nice. Yeah, Maddie said LOL, bagged almost 8K off that 10-minute trade. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, guys, so I'm glad to see a lot of you guys here profiting today so far. Let me go ahead and see what we got over here. So we posted this. Here, let's see. All right, let me just check this real quick. All right, guys. So if you guys are messaging me on Telegram, I'm not gonna get to your message just yet. We're, obviously we're trading live, so I'll try to get to you guys as soon as possible. But let's just take a look at everyone's profit so far for this morning. So this morning so far, let me scroll up. We got Narith over here locked in 5,278. Nice work, Narith. 5,000 for the day. CSUK locked in 6,240. Great work, CSUK, for the day. Got that high low. Another one right here locked in 7,760 for the day. Nice work, CSUK. Again, right here, CSUK, and CSUK just kept stacking up these trades here. He caught another one right here. It locked in 9,280 for the day. Great work, CSUK. We got Junior over here. Junior locked in a total of 4,100 across his account right here. Nice work, Junior. Patrick over here locked in 3,472. Nice work, Patrick. D over here locked in 867. Nice work, D. Yeah, D actually took the 10-minute there with even a smaller lot size, 3 lot, and she got stopped out in profit, which is great. My profits right here, obviously you guys can see them. Narith again, he's up 10,000 for the day, 10,390. Great work, Narith. Patrick again right here, 6,258 for the day. Man, you guys are on fire today, killing it. Isaac over here. So Isaac just like nonchalantly moves into the room. He's like, yeah, CSUK, you made 9,000. Well, I made 28,000. So nice work, Isaac over here. All wins for his account. He's up 28K for the day. Man, Isaac's been on fire. He's been making like so much profit off these trades here. So great work right there, Isaac. And then Junior again right here made 6,170. And we can't forget Jonathan over here too. Jonathan just sent his profits. He locked in a total of 458 for the day. Nice work, Jonathan. And it looks like that's from a 10-minute. It looks like he got stopped out in profit. So great work there, guys. Patrick again right here, 6,258. And other than that, let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Maddie over here locked in 1,012 off this account. He locked in 5,690 off this one. Damn. And then he closed out at 7,710. Wow, that's nuts. So great work right there, Maddie. Basically 8K off that. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Miles over here, so he had a small loss. Well, he had a loss there off the speculative trade that we took earlier, but he made it right back. All this profit right here, right back into profit. So great work right there, Miles. Right there off that 10-minute, he made 400, a little over 2K for the day. So he made 805. So great work right there, Miles. You did some great work all around. Looking over here at Jay. So Jay over here, he took the breakout and he made some pretty solid. So guys, a possible buy right here. Hold up. Oh no, actually, there's not going to be a buy because we have a buy signal right there. So unfortunately, no entry right there for that. 3-minute. Nothing off the 3-minute, 1 minute as well, or 5-minute, nothing here either. So nothing off the 5, nothing off the 3, nothing off the 10. There's one possibly off the 1, but it's not going to be an entry because we have a buy signal here already placed. So we got to hold off on that for now. Anyways, back to Jay over here. So Jay locked in 4,297. So great work right there, Jay. And then Jay took the other trades here as well with that 10-minute, and he locked in 6,248. So great work right there, Jay. You killed it all around. Steven over here too. So Steven took the breakout. He said he locked in 1,183. So amazing work right there, Steven. I know you just look for that breakout every morning and plays out perfect for you. Yeah, this is technically a V2 right here, guys, for but I mean, I wouldn't take this V2 here because we still use that confluence, but yeah, no, definitely this is still a V2 here, which would have hit full TP. Yeah, the one that you just saw right now, right, Jay? Yeah, Maddie said we should make pending momentums as a requirement. Yeah, no, I agree because it helps a lot when you have the pending momentums like that. Like this right here could have easily shifted down. I know it did hit TP, but it could have easily went the wrong way. So we'll definitely implement that. I think eventually I'm going to start making brand new videos for everybody, like official videos for these variations. I think the variations are getting close to being done. We just need to test it a little longer. So guys, just a reminder, we just came up with this variation strategy last month. So we're not even a month into testing. So it's going to take like, about 3 to 6 months for us to fully test it. We want to make sure that it works good under all conditions. But it looks great so far. So once that's done, we will definitely make that, we'll finalize it and we'll make sure that all of the requirements are set in stone. But yeah, definitely great work right there, Jay, off the V2. I know we haven't used the V2 or the V1 in a while, but I mean, they're still hitting. Like, check this out right here. This right here, guys, V1. Full TP right there, no drawdown. So I know a lot of you guys kind of forgot about the V1 and V2 because V3 is so exciting for everybody, but the V1 still works perfectly fine. Same with the V2, that works perfectly fine too. So all of these variations work perfectly fine. It just depends on which one you guys want to keep looking for, or if you guys want to apply all of them, that's good too. Anyways, I think that's it for the profits here so far. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Let's see. Let me just send this over real quick. CC, I think you'll probably see that right now. All right, so we have a couple more profits here that were sent. We have Orain over here locked in 517 off his account for the day. Nice work, Orain. All right, guys, so everyone's doing pretty solid today. Great work, everybody. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm missing here. Nothing off the 1 minute, nothing off the 3 minute, nothing off the 5 minute, and nothing off the 10 minute currently. Looking over here at the 1 minute, you can see that it hit liquidity here. Obviously, it's pushing up higher. I'll try to draw more liquidity as we get to those points. But let's see, Joshua just sent me his profits. So nice for Joshua. Joshua over here for the day, locked in a total of 309. He had a loss earlier. Looks like he took that speculative buy earlier too. I mean, it looked like a good speculative buy because it was hitting liquidity. Unfortunately, market manipulation happens on market open. So he lost some there, but he made it all right back. So great work right here, Joshua, with making your way back, climbing yourself out the hole. Maybe no more speculative trades like that. It's it does become, a bit of a risky move. Let's see. Talanji said 30-minute V3 at TP1, 15 minutes. I'm just saying. Yeah, so Talanji here was using the V3 on the 30-minute. So for you guys here who have been looking at different time frames, Talanji saw this on the 30-minute. It looks like it's going to hit full TP pretty soon, Talanji. It's 170 pips. It's halfway there already. I don't apply it here on the 30-minute, but I mean, it looks good. And if it does hit, I mean, props to you, Talanji. I'll put an alert here. I'll just say Talanji, full TP. All right, so if it hits full TP, I'll let you know, Talanji. We'll be looking out for it. Yeah, exactly. Just another confluence. So, this is what's great about K2, guys, is that not everyone here is just looking to basically copy, right? A lot of people here are actually looking to learn. So the cool thing about this is that as more members actually learn the strategies that we're applying, everyone kind of helps each other because we're all looking for the same thing, but other people will use their own knowledge to find other confluences. Like for example, here on the 1 minute, Maddie likes to trade on the 1 minute. So he looks for 1 minute entries. Some people like trading on the 5 minute. So they give us 5 minute entries. Same with the 10 minute here. We have stuff to look at here. Kyle, one of our oldest members in K2, created a divergence indicator that helps us use a final confirmation whether a trade will likely hit or not. CT's here as well. I don't know if CT's here right now. He's not here right now, but CT helps with order blocks, right? We're all here, like it's an ecosystem, guys. And we're not just like, not everyone here is depending on me to make all the calls. Of course, I'm making the calls off the actual trades, but it's the other members here who are actually helping us confirm that these entries are going to be 100%. There's another variation V3 here, but like I mentioned earlier, guys, I don't know if I'm looking to take any sells because that thing's going to hit too. This thing's going to hit right there. Yeah, I missed it too, Maddie. We don't have a divergence indicator yet, Patrick. It's one that Kyle's working on. So it's one that he uses. I'm not sure if he's openly sharing with people, but eventually we'll see. Because here's the thing, guys. For K2, I don't want to make it too complicated. There's just like we already have a lot of indicators. I don't want there to be too many, right? I want there to just be enough that we need. The divergence does help though. It's a good confirmation. However, I don't want to have too many confirmations because if we have too many, then we're probably never going to take any entries. Because if that becomes a requirement, there's already a lot of requirements here for the V3. Like there's already like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 requirements. I don't want to add any more. Unless they're like absolutely necessary. The divergence is a help, but I don't think it's like required because there's some entries here that come up that the divergence isn't included, but the divergence does help with our execution. Yeah, no, exactly. Patrick said paralysis by analysis is never good for trading. Exactly, right? So you want to have some risk in the game, of course. But yeah, no, I mean, eventually, if it's necessary, then it'll be used. But yeah, exactly. So Kyle he just put his input right there. Kyle said divergence help for the bottom moves, gives you confidence to hold it. Yeah, no, I agree with Kyle too. That's why I don't use it necessarily to identify trades. I just use it as the last confluence. Like, all right, I should take this trade here, especially for US 30 because US 30 is a directional asset. Matt said how to get over that analysis paralysis. Honestly, you just have to trust the strategy and hop in, Matt. Every time I hop into it, like when we first came up with the variation, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was like, we just saw a pattern that kept playing out. And I had analysis paralysis for the longest too. But what I would do is I would just say, fuck it. And I would just enter the trade and then it would hit TP. And then after it hitting TP, like so many times and not losing for like 4 or 5 months, I was like, all right, well, the strategy works, obviously. And that's how I got over the analysis paralysis. You kind of just got to YOLO into a trade if you trust it. Yeah, no, exactly. Just like with what D said. D said being totally okay with whatever loss might help. And I agree with that too. you just kind of have to just trust it and let it do what it needs to do. If it loses, then great, you know, fine. But the thing is, our win rate, like if you go back and watch the live sessions for like the past 4 or 5 months, you can see that we apply the variation every day and it actually hits pretty often. So the more confident you get with these trades, the less analysis paralysis you'll get. Yeah, man, just scheme that whenever you enter a trade. Or what I would do sometimes is I would enter a trade and I would just walk away. Enter a trade and don't look at your computer, come back, see if you hit profit or loss. Most of the time you're gonna hit profit. And then, you know, you'll just build your trust in the strategy that way. Rick said, if you need help dealing with losses, I'm an expert at it. Yeah, definitely. Joshua said, wearing brown pants helps too. Yeah, I know everyone has their ways there, but yeah, no, definitely there's a lot of different ways to do it. You just got to figure out what works for you. You'll figure it out. You know, like with Joshua here, I don't know, maybe you want to wear blue pants, brown pants, black pants, gray pants. Maybe that'll increase your confidence. Yeah, and Patrick said, can't take this game too seriously. No, exactly. And I think trading with FTMO kind of helps with that, right? Because you guys aren't risking your own money. When you're risking your own personal accounts, it does take a big toll on your trade psychology. But if you're trading with FTMO or something like that, you kind of don't care about the trades a lot of the times, which helps because you can just YOLO into moves sometimes, like Rick. Kid said, I made more money when Sean wore tank tops. Yeah, don't worry, guys. Summer's coming around. Yeah, the variation actually works really good in the summer because market was kind of slow. And, you know, we honestly, we made a lot of profit during the summer. A lot of people usually don't do well in the summer, but we did pretty good because the strategy works really good when volatility is low. All right, guys, so looking over here on the 1 minute, we have a lot of liquidity on both sides. We have a ton of liquidity on the top side, a ton of liquidity on the bottom side. So this can easily, you know, hit either way. Exactly. Patrick said FT1, K2, excellent risk reward combo. I agree. Because you can just let your trade run and not really worry about it as long as you use a proper lot size. Rick said tank top Sean is super focused. Jonathan said I was playing Grand Theft Auto when I was taking that 10-minute. That's crazy. Yeah. So like Jonathan here, you know, basically he took the 10-minute and then he went to go play video games and he came back and he hit his TP and he was like, oh, we'll hit my TP. So that's something that, you know, you guys can do as well. Just find something to distract you. If you're in a trade and you're just too nervous, enter the trade, set your TP stop loss, and then just go do whatever you need to do. Come back and then, okay, if it hits TP, great. If it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. But most of the time it's gonna hit TP because the win rate's so high with these strategies. The reason why a lot of people like the V3 is because it's 1-to-1. So it's a lot easier to get out of a hole if you end up being in a hole and whatnot. Rick said, Pornhub is a great distraction. Jeff, let me know about it. Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah, liquidity said tons of liquidity on both sides, waiting for the breakout in either direction. Yeah, it's actually getting really close to the end though. Yeah, D said almost end of our trading session already. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I feel like because we win so often and we're always like analyzing the charts, the time goes by so fast. We've been on this session for almost 2 hours now. Doesn't feel like 2 hours at all. But you know, looking at my profits for the day, if you could do this and make this every day within 2 hours, hey, why not, right? It's a lot of profit, guys. If you think about it, it's like there's definitely someone's paycheck done in like 2 hours. So if you guys just stay consistent and you guys keep growing your accounts, or if you go for a bigger account at some point, you know, you can really make this a full-time thing. Like I just started trading full-time like 2 years ago, and it's been nice. Yeah, Patrick said, you know, it's a great trading day if Sean doesn't yawn at all. Yeah, I know, right? That's exactly what it is. If you guys see me when I yawn, the market sucks. But if I don't yawn, I haven't yawned all day today. I just made a bunch of profits. That's how you know it's a good trading day. Solange's 30 minutes still running over here. So it's Solange, your 30 minutes still running. I'll keep that up. And then, you know, if it hits by the next 5 minutes or so, we'll look at it. But I mean, for the most part, market is kind of dead now. So as you guys can see, volatility pretty much died down heavily. Yeah, there just isn't anything here. All right, Maddie, we'll see you tomorrow. So yeah, guys, looking over here at the charts, I don't see anything off the 1 minute. There's technically maybe a sell right here. Let me check real quick. I don't know if we're gonna have. Never mind. It's no red candle there. Let's see, Joshua just sent in some more profits. Joshua locked in a total of 717 for the day. Wow, all wins, no losses. Crazy, crazy consistency. I know you took that speculative trade earlier, but with regard to the official trades here, you did really good, Joshua. So great work right there. Barack over here as well. Barack locked in a total of 16,772. Wow, that's crazy, Barack. Nice work. So 16,772 for Barack over here. All right, guys, so great work right there. Yeah, other than that, I think that's it for now. There's actually a V1 right here variation, but it's not one that I would recommend taking, guys. As I mentioned earlier, these sells are kind of risky. I'm not looking to take any sells right now. Drawdown right here would be crazy. And also the stop loss would be, actually, you know, technically would still be running. But I wouldn't have taken it myself, because I do see price coming back up. It's just, you know, it's a matter of time until it comes back up. Yeah, it's a massive drawdown right there. So I'm glad I didn't take that. Let's see. Charlie said 1 hour V3 is about to close. So let me check that real quick. So let's go back over here to the 1 hour. Oh yeah, it's the same V3 from earlier that we were looking at, because the hour is finally going to close in about a minute. So if this closes right here, then Talanji's 30 minute is probably going to hit full TP, because it'll just push up from there. Here, let me check. Akshay is asking, was there a 3 minute V3 at 751? Let me check real quick. 751. So this right here, I mean, depending if you use the requirement with the momentum signal, which we do use, there would have to be a pending buy here. So technically, no, this would not be an entry if you use that requirement. But if you're not using that requirement, then yes, there would be an entry there, but it's not one that I would recommend. We're going to make that we're going to use that as an official requirement now that we have a pending signal, because it's going to provide for that momentum push in the direction of our trade. So yeah, unfortunately, no, I mean, yes and no, this would be an entry if you use the momentum requirement. If not, then it would have been a full TP. So you did spot that properly though, actually. It's just that it depends if you were using your, the momentum requirement. There goes the V1 right here, guys. V1 just hit full TP. Like I mentioned before, it's not one that I would take. It's super risky, but it did hit full TP. So as you guys can see, strategy still works perfectly fine. The V1, V2, whatever V's you guys want to use, they all work. All right, Barack said, cheers, guys. Good evening to y'all. Closing for the day. So, all right, Barack, we'll see you tomorrow as we wrap up the trading week. He said, or Talanji said, but daily V3 with Biden confluence. Yeah, right, because Biden always makes price go down like that. All right, guys, so it's about to be 8 o'clock right now. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to put your questions in the chat right now. I'll answer whatever you guys need help with. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping up the session for today. I don't trade after 8, so I'm probably just going to sit out for the rest of the day. And then we'll pick back up tomorrow as we wrap up the trading session for the week. Again, just another reminder, next week, we're probably going to have our mentoring session on Monday or Tuesday. So if you guys have any detailed questions, just make a list of your questions, and then we'll go over it during the mentoring session where I can answer them more in detail and give you guys examples and, you know, whatever you guys need to get the help to clear up any confusion. So let me see. Talanji said, since chart is going to consolidate, then reverse. I don't know if the V3 is good on the higher time frame. Guess we will see. Yeah, and I agree with you too, Talanji. That's why I don't necessarily like trading on the higher time frame for US 30, only if it's like a move that's going to happen pretty quickly, not necessarily something that's going to hold on for like, you know, thousands and thousands of pips. Matt's asking for the daily. Is there time you would say it isn't worth taking anymore? The breakout is about 5 minutes, but what about the 10-minute daily? So for the 10-minute daily, I usually don't take it if it comes after 9:30 a.m. So 9:30 a.m. my time, Matt. I'm not sure what time zone you're on, but I'm on Pacific time. It's 8 o'clock right now for me. So at 9:30, this is what I'll try to show you. Let me see. Yeah, so the cutoff is like around 9:30. The reason why the cutoff is at 9:30 is because say, for example, price pushes up, right? And then you get an entry right here for a buy. And this comes back to what Talanji just mentioned. There's generally a mid-market reversal. So the mid-market reversal will tend to happen around like 10 and 12, right? So this becomes a real big risk because, say, for example, you enter the trade there at after 9:30, like around this period, and you think price is going to keep going up. However, when price passes 10, it starts to go sideways and then it just reverses back down, right? So this is why you want to be very careful. Actually, it's 9 o'clock, not 9:30. You can do 9 or 9:30, it depends. I usually like to cut it off around 9 because price starts to consolidate around that period anyways. But definitely 9 o'clock, from 9 to 9:30, that'd probably be your cutoff time, due to the fact that price generally tends to consolidate from 8 to 10 anyways. So let me just show you real quick. So this is kind of what I could possibly anticipate to happen. I know Randy kind of likes when I mark this up for you guys with the mid-market reversal. This doesn't always happen, but it does happen very often. So as you guys can see right here, from 6:30 to 7, 6:30 to 7, we had price drop, right? From 7 to 8, we had price swing back up. From 8 to 9, we're probably going to see a bit of some consolidation around this area. Maybe some more consolidation over here from like 9 to 10. And then from 10 to 12, we're either going to get a big push to the upside where it hits all of this liquidity, right? So if it hits this liquidity, it'll probably just shoot up heavily, right? Because there's a lot of liquidity right here. If it hits these liquidity points, they'll just keep pushing up higher. Vice versa, this can easily go the other way. So depending on where price currently is, so say, for example, if price just consolidates within this area, or say it pushes up further and then consolidates, right? If it pushes back down at 10, there's still going to be a lot of liquidity on the bottom side right here. Liquidity there, liquidity there, liquidity there, right? Tons of liquidity on both sides. So this is why it's a little bit harder to determine where the mid-market reversal is going to happen, because generally at this point in time, there's usually liquidity just on one side. But you can see here, there's a ton of liquidity right there and a ton of liquidity down there. So price can go either way. When price hits this side, it can hit liquidity. It hits this side, it can hit liquidity as well. So you guys want to be very careful with those. But yeah, let me see if there's any other questions before I log off for the day. Scrolling up real quick, let's see, V3 on the 1 minute pending for you guys that you guys mentioned. Yeah, there's actually a pending V3 right here. I personally think it's a little risky. Let me see if there's actually a div on it. Oh, it's too late. Fuck me. They pushed up too fast. But yeah, there's a 1 minute right there. I don't know if I want to catch maybe. Which other is left? No, I think it's too risky to take right now. So I'm probably just gonna watch it for a little bit. And there he goes, it comes back down. I don't know if I want to enter it late because technically I could if it comes back down an entry point. Let's see. Let's take a quick move there. I'm actually going for a smaller TP. I'm only going for like a little bit. So as it pushes up right here, I'm actually only going for like 100 pips because I'm just trying to get out in and out really quick. Let's see where I'm at. Let's see. Just really need like a buy signal, push it up. Yeah, I'm slightly in profit. I'm only going for a little push though, guys. I'm not going for the full move. So just FYI. See where I'm at. There was a div on there. I'm trying to see my analysis here to see if I'm missing anything else. See if there's any order blocks around this area. Actually, yeah, some solid order. There's an order block on top too, though. So this is kind of risky. I think I might just pull out of this position soon when I get in profit. There's an order block right there where it just bounced out. There's also an order block down here. So it's a bit risky. Yeah, Kip said it'll push up more. It's inside of huge time frame trades. Higher time frame trades. Gotcha. Yeah. So it's about to hit my TP, guys. I'm only going in for partial move. There you go. Hit full TP. So I made 1,000 off that right there to go with a 10 lot. That's went for 100 pips. So if you guys want to take it, move your stop loss. If you guys are in it, I recommend you move your stop loss in profit. It pushed up, hit my TP. So solid work right there. Thanks guys for the heads up. I wasn't even looking. Talanji said Sean doesn't want to leave us, right? Yeah, D said I'm piecing out before I make any silly moves. Definitely, D. We'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, great work. Thanks, guys, for the heads up there. Thanks to Rav, Patricia. Yeah, both of you guys. And there you go, full TP. Should have just held it. I would have made 3,000 instead of that 1,000 profit, but it is what it is. You know, since everyone kind of had opportunity to enter this trade, I'll just mark it up right here. Send you guys markup in the group. Since it seems like whoever hung around took it. Pretty solid move too, 300 pips. And I made 1,000 off because I increased my lot size for that one move there. Hey, Talanji, your 30 minutes still running, bro. You're still, I saw your markup where Talanji full TP 30 minutes. Your trade is still running. But that's it for the trades today, guys. It's 8 o'clock. I usually don't trade after 8, so I shouldn't have even entered this trade here, but it just looks so good. It had a div. Everything kind of lined up. Even Patricia called it out, so it looks good. But yeah, other than that, guys, great work. Kip said should have held, but hard to complain. 20 points from full TP on the 15. So there's a lot of confluences. A lot of you guys are starting to identify that there's a lot of entries here that are coming up on different time frames, and that gives you like a huge upper hand with your confidence with regard to, you know, how much of a trade that you can catch there. But definitely right here, 3 minute. Sorry guys, my mind's all over the place because I was trying to set this up right here. 300 pips. All right, so great work right there. I'm gonna take a screenshot of my profits real quick and we'll call it a day. All right, let's see. Go to my All right, I'm kind of confused. My freaking Hugo's Way is not copying any trades. The hell? I do not understand what's going on with my Hugo's Way, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. My Hugo's Way is not, it's taking it on my other accounts, but let me check my email real quick. What's up with my Hugo's Way? Trade not executed on Hugo's Way. Why? Slippage. Okay. So it looks like there was some slippage. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, whatever Hugo's Way. Guess I don't have any Hugo's Way profits for the day. But anyways, let me just take a screenshot of my, and I'm just going to screenshot the, oh, fuck. I'm going to screenshot, oops. This right here. Yeah, I know Sisuke doesn't, but I'll explain to you in a little bit. Another one right here. Okay, so all my FTMO accounts, and you guys will see the green strip there for my TP. That one. All right, so I think my profits are all solid. I don't think there's any other entries right now, so we're good on that too. Okay, so that looks good. Post that up. That right there. That right there, and that right there. All right, so let me just go over this real quick. Let's look at my profits for that trade. So I took that for a 10 lot, my normal lot size. I was only going for a smaller move because I just want to get in and out. So for this one right here, you can see the green strip because I had my TP at 100 pips. It closed me at 1,000 profit. This is my main account. This is my copier, made 1,010 there as well. My MFF made 760. And then my other MFF, I made 960. So there's some slippage in the market because the market's moving so quickly. So here, let me just check this real quick. Okay, so great solid profits to wrap up K2 trade session. So as you guys can see, that's the trade that I took. I did kind of FOMO into that trade. I always tell you guys not to FOMO, but thing is, we were just like, we entered it just slightly after entry. So I think it's okay. But yeah, other than that, let me see this, add this over here. Add this over here. There as well. All right, so looks good right here. Let me see if there's any other profits to look over. Yeah, Brock locked in 16,000 for the day. Great work, Brock. Looking over here at the other profits, we got, I think that's it for now. Yeah, if you guys have any other profits to send in, feel free to send them in, and then I can take a look at them and add them to the list. But I think other than that, Miles made 295 off of that too. So great work right there, Miles. Actually, copy this stuff over too, so don't forget it for later. And then Anelli over here sent his profits as well, locked in a total of 6,146 for the day. Nice work, Anelli. And Andreas over here locked in a total of 4,990. Nice work right there. Andreas, looks like you took the same buy that we took over here. So great work over there with that. Other than that, I think that's it for today. So let me check the chat real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. Kip said, "Oh, you forgot to set slippage to 1 billion." I know, right? I should just do that so it takes every single trade. Solange said, "Let's go 30-minute, potential 5, 10 minutes." Yeah, so there's a couple entries here that are coming up, guys, but I'm not going to take any of them that are a bit risky because it's after 8. So market's probably going to consolidate for a bit. So I'm not planning on taking anything from now until maybe the mid-market reversal. But even then, I'm probably not going to take anything. So I think that's it for the day, guys. Yeah, Talanji said it's up and down right now. Not taking anything, just watching this 30-minute. Yeah, it's a risky time to trade, guys, because from 8 to 9, price is probably going to consolidate a bit. 9 to 10 consolidation, and then you're probably going to see some more crazier moves from like 10 to 12. So other than that, guys, have a great rest of your morning. If you guys have questions, feel free to email me or message me on Telegram. Otherwise, we will pick back up tomorrow as we wrap up the trading session for the week. So have a great rest of your morning, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.